If you want a subcompact hot hatchback in the United States, you only have one option. But I'll get to that in a second. First, let me list a few of the subcompact hatchbacks we have here in the United States and maybe Canada. Uh, we have the Chevrolet Spark, the Chevrolet Sonic. The Sonic is offered in sedan and hatchback form. The Ford Fiesta, also offered in sedan and hatchback form. The Mitsubishi Mirage, also offered in sedan and hatchback form. The Honda Fit, only a hatchback. And the Nissan Versa Note, along with the Toyota Yaris, but no one really cares about that. It's just a reliable Corolla, pretty much. And so, now that we've gotten that out of the way, the Fiesta is the only subcompact hatchback to have a sporty hot hatch version of it, the ST. It has 197 horsepower versus the regular 120 in the regular Fiesta, which is a whole, 77 more horsepower. But you get what I mean. Now, I bring this up because, like I said, only the Fiesta is the subcompact hot hatch. I'm not talking about the regular hot hatch like the Golf R and the Focus RS or whatever. I'm just talking about the subcompact ones, the one that start at like 11,999. Those kinds of hatchbacks. So now you know a little bit about the hatchbacks in the U.S. and, like I said, the Ford Fiesta is the only subcompact hatchback, and I have a few theories on why the Fiesta is the only subcompact hatchback. Number one, the brand recognition. Ford has established the ST and RS, symbol for a lot of its cars. We have the Fiesta ST, obviously, Focus RS, and the Edge ST, just to name a few. And so, it wouldn't be all out of the ordinary if Ford decided to come up with the Flex RS. That's not a real thing, by the way. And so I think that's one of the reasons. And now, let's move on to Honda, because Honda also has the Type R, which they sell in Japan. The Civic Type R, Integra Type R, Accord Type R. But in the US, we only get the Civic Type R. And, well, here's a picture of a normal Civic. And here's a picture of a Civic Type R. You can really see the difference, especially if they're side by side, and why they won't make a Fit Type R. Because, the Civic Type R has like a 19-foot spoiler on the back of it, which I don't think you want to be daily driving that kind of car. So that's probably why they don't have the Fit Type R. But even if they did come up with the Fit Type R, the Fit already gets like 15 sales per month. The Fit Type R may get 12 sales per month. So it would just decrease sales, and it wouldn't, make that money back. They have a huge spoiler. It would just be really ugly. It wouldn't sell well. And it would get an extra 13 horsepower with the fuel economy penalty of 9 miles per gallon. Not something you'd want to daily drive. Because, the Fit, you already don't want to daily drive. So what about the Mirage? The Mirage hatch, that is. What about that? The Mirage is like 78 horsepower. And so, yeah, that's not going to work. However, they do have the Lancer Evo, which they canceled. So they don't have it anymore. And that was a really big deal, but would you really want an Evo and a Mirage? The Mirage already has like 72 horsepower. You can't really do anything to it. You can't put a V6 in it. It's too small. The V6 would take up the entire car pretty much. So, yeah, there's no way you can make a Mirage Evo. So what about the Yaris? Well, there is no sporty brand recognition for the Yaris. It's just, or Toyota as a whole, it's just, oh, maybe we can put a V6 in the Yaris like they did with the Camry, and it will have a whopping 14 horsepower over the Sport model. It's not worth it. Moving on to the Versa. What's wrong with the Versa? The Versa Note. Same thing. There's no sporty brand recognition to go along with that. If you think about it, would you really want to drive a Versa, which is, by the way, the cheapest car in the US, starting at $12,000, or the Micra, as they call it in Canada and literally everywhere else. It costs $12,000, and so it wouldn't have the value proposition of adding 5 more horsepower over the normal one for 5 grand more. It would just be a total flop. Same deal with literally every other subcompact hatchback, but we must move on to Chevrolet because they have the SS. Maybe. They recently canceled the SS, the midsize sedan from Chevrolet, which was a very vague term in and of itself, and so if they just put Spark SS or Sonic SS, that would bring back bad memories of the car brand. And I don't think Chevrolet wants that yet. And they're already on thin ice because they've made a lot of mistakes and they're this close to falling in. So, they kind of don't want to really do that. And so those are just a few. That's a reason of why the US does not have the subcompact sporty brand recognition, the subcompact hot hatch. But I must cover one more reason: fuel economy. And the reason why people drive subcompact hatchbacks in the first place. No one's going to drive a, I don't know, Honda Fit just because, oh yeah, it looks nice. Because let's be honest, no Honda looks nice. You drive a Honda because it's reliable, just like a Toyota. So you're not, it's going to say, oh man, the Fit looks nice. You drive that kind of car because you only make $17,000 a year and you can only afford a car that costs $12,000. It also has to be fuel efficient, but you don't want to drive a Prius because who wants to drive a Prius? And it's practical, sort of. The Mirage offers 47 cubic feet of cargo storage with the seats folded, and who uses the rear seats in a subcompact hatchback anyway? So, those are just a few reasons on why the US does not offer sporty hot hatchbacks in the subcompact form. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.